Welcome to Pam Nease's Sleep Revolution. I'm here with Jessica. Now, Jessica, you're actually a new associate from Los Angeles as Pam's Sleep Revolution expands into this very exciting time for her business, but you're also a previous client as well.
Yes.
So you've got two kids. You've got a 1-year-old, almost a 1-year-old, and a 4-year-old. And can you take us into what that was like for you during what Pam likes to call the dark ages?
Oh, gosh. Well, so with
I know it's traumatic.
I know. I'm like, okay, let me think back to 4 years. So with our daughter, Olivia, I can just remember trying to put her to sleep. It was, okay, you swaddle her and you're rocking and maybe patting her butt or with a pacifier, and then there's always the shh, shh, you know, the entire time. And just doing that, I don't even know how long, but just continuing to do it until she fell asleep. And then she's asleep, so let's very carefully put her into bed. And it was the transfer that was the scary thing, because if she woke up, then you had to start all over again.
Yeah.
And so that was every single night, every single nap. And it was crazy. I mean, my husband and I, neither of us were sleeping. And so, you know, with her right away at 4 months, we're like, okay, we need to do this. With the second, I don't know, those first months are a blur. Like I don't even remember, because, you know, you get to the point where you think, gosh, did I wake up last night? How many times did I wake up? Because you're so sleep deprived. And I just remember being a crab and like being so short-tempered with my husband, and just probably not fun to be around.
Sleep deprivation does a lot of weird things to us as human beings, and you see that as an adult, as a parent, where you're not enjoying them as much, you're not as present, maybe you're a little short-fused, even with your spouse. And then you look at how different your children are as well. When they have very little sleep, they're waking up 6-7 times a night.
Yes.
Versus what they're like when they have a full night's sleep, of a long stretch. So what actually led you to calling Pam? Like, what was the sort of the white flag? You throw that in and you go, okay, I have to hire Pam.
Well, a couple things. For one, I am I'm a planner, and I just kind of like to have a schedule, although with babies you can't quite do that, but I am just that person. So I knew that we wanted to really go through the process of teaching our children how to sleep, and I wanted a process with it. Like, I wanted someone, a professional like Pam, to tell my husband and I, this is what you should do, and if this isn't working, try this. But I just really liked the process. But actually Pam worked with one of my close friends.
Okay.
And my girlfriend, her daughter is 18 months older than my Olivia, and I witnessed her daughter going to sleep at 7:30 and waking up at 7 the next day. And I'm like, okay, sign me up. Yep, we're doing that. That would be great. And yeah, I mean, my husband and I, we did, some research on kind of Pam's technique and approach, and we agreed with it, and we, got on board.
So, like a lot of parents, you probably tried to do it on your own first, right? You went online down that rabbit hole of Google, and okay, well, I'm going to try this, I'm going to try that. And then you realize that when you actually have somebody like Pam and her associates to help and give you the support to answer the questions, if your child is not like the textbook child that everybody says that, you should be doing this, and then this, and then this. So what is your life like now? I mean,
going through the process of teaching our kids to sleep, it really changed our lives. Both kids, I mean, they are so great with their bedtime routine and nap routine. Like, they look forward to it, and we have fun doing our bedtime routine. And they are so great with going to sleep. And even our daughter, when she's had a really long day, she'll say, Mommy, I'm really tired today. Can I go to bed a little early? I'm like, yes, you can. Let's go to bed early.
She gets it, right?
She gets it. And they go to sleep at 7:30, and they'll sleep until, the next morning, 7 o'clock. And it just, I don't know, it makes such a difference when you have a well-rested child. Like, I think, especially as new parents, you don't realize how much sleep a child actually needs. I remember when I first started doing this with Olivia, I was kind of baffled. I thought, gosh, is she sleeping too much? And then I started seeing all of these great progressions, and that her mood was better and she was eating better. And like, you don't realize how much sleep they really need. And so anyways, now we're all sleeping. Sometimes we all sleep till 7:30, which is awesome. And you know, at night, it's like my husband and I, we get our time together, our alone time. We get to focus on us and our relationship. And I think that's so important when you have kids. You really need to focus on yourselves. And you know, we can get out. We have a sitter. It's like, oh yeah, come over at 7:30. The kids are in bed. You don't have to do anything. Watch TV.
You don't have to worry about them waking up.
Exactly. Right. You don't have to worry about anything. And so like even coming here, our 1-year-old, I've never left him before, and so he's home with Dad, and I don't have to worry. I don't worry about him sleeping or waking up through the night, because I know we've taught him the skills he needs, and he'll sleep through the night and he'll be great.
Now, we mentioned that you're from LA.
Yep.
So what was it like working with Pam remotely? Because a lot of people think when you hire a sleep consultant, a pediatric sleep expert, you have to have the one-on-one, the consultations in person. But now, thanks to Skype and phone calls and emails, what was that like?
You know, even though all of our communication was either through Skype or, well, no, it was Skype, because FaceTime wasn't as popular then. So through Skype or through phone calls or email, I really felt so supported. I mean, I felt like she was there, with me, kind of walking us through the whole process. But it was, I mean, I sat and we had a very lengthy conversation over Skype about, this is what we're doing now, this is the process we're going to implement. And then she was calling me and checking in and emailing me. And I mean, never once did I feel like I'm not getting what I need from her because she's in a different country.
Right.
That never happened.
And well, that was the same experience with my wife and I. We did everything by Skype and phone calls and text messages. And it was having that support there. You can be in different countries, like you said, and you feel like you're getting the support you need for such a huge skill that you're trying to teach your children.
Yep.
So can you offer any advice to anybody who's watching this right now, probably in the middle of the night, in the middle of their 6th or 7th or 8th wake up, who's looking for some answers and has stumbled across this video?
Yes. Well, okay, so you just don't realize how much sleep kids need. And as a family, I think you really have to make it a priority. And not, it's so hard to do this. We're guilty of this at our house. It's like, oh, family's in town. Let's just stay up a little bit later. Or let's miss a nap because, we're out having fun. And those things, I think, are important to do in the moment every once in a while. But you don't want to do it all the time, because your kids, they need that sleep. It's so important to them. And then the last thing I would say is, if your child has a lovey, buy multiples. Yeah. We have 6 for my son.
6, okay. 6. I thought we had 5 and that was the record.
Yeah. I'm like, okay, 6, that should hopefully get us through.
Yes, and for anyone who's wondering what a lovey is, it's just it's like either stuffed animal or a little, blanket, a trinket or so they can take to bed with them to help them.
It helps them soothe themselves and they can put themselves back to sleep.
But you don't want to have just one.
No. 6.
So now you were actually one of you were Pam's first expansion into the U.S.
Yes,
as part of the sleep revolution. So welcome to the team.
Thank you very much.